My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2! Random, and you better believe it's random for the higher heart as well. Ooh. Okay, Chantal Queen lead, exiled Hellhorn! Exiled Hellhorn clan, followed by the Pyreborn. 2 copies of Fledgling Imp in the base deck, summoned to give 5 rage to allies on the floor. 2 copies of Pyre Cask, 1 Ember to consume and apply Pyre Churn 10 to a single unit, and then a Greed Dragon. 2 Ember 3 sides on summon, gain 10/10 for each Dragon Horde. Seraphiternus Chosen of Entropy is going to be demanding that we find a way to deal with Silence. Cool. Chantal Queen in the base deck as well, so the additional Imp's certainly very helpful. Likely to end up running an Imp-only floor. Friendly units enter with Rage 3, or friendly units enter with Stealth 1 on Summon and Slay. And gain +3 damage per stack of Stealth. I'm leaning more towards Scorching Restraints out of these. Makes the Queen's Implings capable of doing 7 damage on the turn that they enter. Shadow's Sheath can just really screw you. See, with Royalty, Shadow's Sheath would have been a little bit better, because Chantal Queen is likely to get large enough that she's actually slaying consistently. That said, the Imp Parade path, I think, here is definitely better. Running a single Imp line, having all of my Imps cost -1 on the same floor as the Chantal Queen just makes it very easy. Merchant Pyreborn. Merchant of Magic Pyreborn. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get Pyreborn units to contribute, which is fine, because Chantal Queen kind of wants to support her own line by herself. I really need to get some Dragon Horde. I'm not capable of even collecting any Dragon Horde yet, so Greed Dragon, you literally just go on the next line. I mean, having Pyre Cask in the deck still ready for when the boss comes out, it's probably still relevant. I'll do that. Queen's Impling. Queen's Impling. Queen's Impling. And then we've got a Spear Steward for each of the other lines. And now we're pretty much maxed out on units. I'm gonna Fledgling? Yeah, I'll Fledgling, then take out one of you directly, drop the Vengeful Shard. This is just so that I can try and keep a single Imp on the bottom line at least. And of course gain the additional Rage. Start setting up Fire Gel. Yeah, this will be good. Pretty good draws for that final turn there, having the ability to fill it out with Imps. And Fire Gel stacks pretty damn well. Molting Imp Welter Helper. Well, lovely to see these. Molting Imp for giving some AoE to the bottom line I would really like. I mean, I know payoff is here, but Golden Touch is also here, and Golden Touch is giving me the Dragon Sword I've been asking for. I'd take Guildmonger. Sure, I'd take Guild... Ooh, Multi-Strike and Titanite. Interesting. Interesting. Do I do it? So Titanite on Hothead is incredible. Hothead is such a good unit. But Miser with Multi-Strike is just a gold farming machine. Let me farm some gold. give you multi-strike. Give you 3 more Avarice to multi-strike with. Sure. I will say that Titanite on Green Dragon is definitely going to be good, especially because that could be a really good defender for the Miser. Start a battle, enemy units per each floor. That's completely fine. If nothing else, it's actually more targets for my Miser. Thank you for the 26 damage. 26 damage, 26 gold, sorry. One down, one more. Now all of the ones that do damage go down, so I can let the Energizing Cloud just go to the top line. That's fine. Again, I'm going to keep the Firecast just in case it becomes much more relevant on boss summon. Although I'd really like the boss to get to the top line and take as long as possible to die. So Mice has gotten 26 gold every turn so far. Elbor, when you get to the top line, you're gonna have some damage shields. You strike. Your damage doesn't amp, so you have to hit Greed Dragon 4 times. 5th time kills them. I'm hesitant to put any Pyogel on the boss here, because if I do, I'm worried that the boss won't get all the way to the top line. I will add a little bit more damage to this bottom line. I'm going to hold off on the others, because if I can get like a couple of rounds of the Miser actually striking the boss, oh boy. It gets 5 armor a round. Obviously, some additional armor or health rough. Oh my god, I can't believe I haven't managed to use a single golden touch appropriately yet. There we go. Fine, I'll put Pyocast on you. Only because it's obviously not going to be enough without it. Just enough. Oh my god, even the Greed Dragon dies. Another 26 gold, another 26 gold, another 26 gold, another 26 gold, and then another 13. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty happy with how well the Miser did there. Good money for this early on. Inferno. 3 Ember, piercing, deal 100 damage to all units. Second copy of Molting Imp for more AoE on the bottom line, I think is much more impactful. I will say Ritual of Battle just to have the ability to keep rage up on a unit. And the damage of the Miser is nice as well. Alchemy. Ooh, Lava Armor is good. Flicker is also pretty good, but obviously I'm going to get the Greed. Especially because I'm about to go to a Merchant of Magic with a lot of money. Oh my god, permanently remove Consume from Alchemy, thank you. I want to give it -2 cost, so I'm hoping to roll this for the -2 cost on that. Spell Chain. Spell Chain Golden Touch. I'm going to lower the cost of the Golden Touch. I'm going to re-roll. And then I'm going to give -2 cost and consume to the Alchemy that can no longer consume. Yeah, we just got a lot more powerful. Highborn unit. Magma Cultist with Incant apply Biogel 1 to enemy units. I don't want a second Miser. So it just comes down to, do I start to run another floor? And I think so. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, I mean, we definitely want to throw these on an Imp in this run. I think giving the Molting Imp the ability to get summoned and then die just to energy pump for us is really good. I'm going to give Worthy Sack to Molting Imp. Total misplay. Then Molting Imp is going to tell me what direction it wants us to take. That is 101. So it wants me to go to a Merchant of Magic. Merchant of Trinkets. Okay. Merchant of Arms with an Empyrean Well. Okay. And then a Merchant of Trinkets again. I mean, I do have a Miser stealing with Avarice. I'm a little concerned, certainly. I'm gonna need to steal a lot of money for that to really be justifiable. I'm gonna need to get thieving. I do think Magma Cultist would make sense on the bottom line as well. I could also just play it on the mid line and use it later. I'll play it on the mid line, actually. Yeah, because I don't want to run out of space for imps, and it's really easy to run out of space for imps. Siphon will only trigger when enemy units die, but like I've got the Molting Imp, I could kill them. I probably should, and they just chump block with the rest. 8 rage there. Oof. And then we do just start stacking higher gel on the boss. Kill our own Molting Imp so that I have the energy this turn to play out Calcified Ember. I'm going to Pyre Cast the boss directly. I'm also going to add even more Pyre Gel. Thank you for incanting for additional Pyre Gel on this floor. Also, thank you, boss, for being on that line, giving me a target for my Miser. Otherwise, I would have had to lose 26 gold that turn. And I don't want to lose 26 gold. That's 26 of gold. Okay, Alchemy, then Golden Touch, then... Oh, I don't have another good Golden Touch target at the moment. That's kind of annoying. Queen's Impling, Golden Touch my own Molting Imp, then Fledgling Imp at the very front line. The damage pump and protection. Enough to kill the Fallen Champion while letting the Chosen Acolyte continue ascending. Works for me. I block the damage from coming into the Shardtail Queen. Admittedly, there is, like, without There is a chance that if I don't get like the other Pyre Cask also on the Archeon, that Archeon is actually just too powerful for me. Alchemy. I'll kill one of you. We're up to 8 on our Dragon Sword, so that's well managed. Please give me Pyre Cask this turn right now. There's Pyre Cask. And my god, they've done it. Oh, yes. That's about as greedy as I can get. Alloy of the Ancients, consumed to apply 25 armor to a unit. Pyroclasm, 4 Ember, attuned explosive, deal 150 damage. I do really like the idea of having a single copy of that in the deck at least. And Dethraw, 3 Ember to transfer all Pyre Gel on this floor to a unit and then deal damage 5 times. I'm clicking Pyroclasm. I don't want to use that other one. Guildmonger, extinguished to gain 1 Ember. I mean, Guildmonger, you could have reanimate later, and you could also have... no, I probably wouldn't give you... I would just give you the reanimate 3, and then I would play you. Which would be, admittedly, sick as hell. There's a good argument, I think, both for energy and ember. Is there a way to justify size? Chartel Queen, let's just make sure. I think you only get Welder Helper next turn, and then it's Fledgling Imp Welder Helper on the last of your upgrades. Let me actually make sure of that. Oh no, it's Fledgling Imp next, and then it's Fledgling Imp Welder Helper. So you aren't really going to need additional size just yet. The Guildmonger floor kind of just wants to be dying, so there's a possibility that I could just run that as the bottom line by itself and just chump it. I could run Guildmonger as my defender for a period of time until I can play Greed Dragon. The only problem is Greed Dragon... Like, I don't want to play it in the opening because I don't have the Dragon Horde to really support it yet. But then I need to make sure that I have it at the right time, which is pretty difficult to do. Unless I have enough space to also play it on the same row as the Guildmonger. I think there's like a reasonable argument for capacity and then energy. Loot our Horde, of course. After using an ability, when a friendly unit gains Pyre Gel, it gains an additional stack. Thank you. 3 additional deployment ember. Wow. Annoyingly, it's up against Emot Tome, and Emot Tome is a lot better. For instance, Emot Tome is just double alchemy on the turn that I get alchemy. It's double our best spell, basically what it says. More deployment ember, but the thing is I don't really want to summon one of my most expensive units on deployment, if I could avoid it. Emot Tome too powerful. So it's right, left, right. Oh! Units get an extra upgrade slot's pretty good. There's also your Pyre applies Pyre Gel 2 to all enemies on each floor on Revenge. So that's if I just leave the Vengeful Shards in hand. I can add 3 Pyre Gel to all enemies because of the Hellfire Bellows. I think that's worth it. Rage doesn't decay on friendly units. I think that's also probably worth it. I'm going to take all of these. Then Celestial Alco. Rare Awoken, Melting Remnant, or Under Legion. Melting Remnant's right out. It's very unlikely to be relevant to our runs, very likely to be relevant to reforming things, which, like, a lot of the time it's payoff cards for reforming things as well, rather than the reformation itself. I'll go Awoken. Because of the Awoken Rail Spike, almost certainly. Adaptive Mutation's not awful. If a unit has enough rage on it, but... hard to say that the Awoken Rail Spike isn't ridiculously good. Non-boss enemy units gain multi-strike. A little bit annoying, because it does mean they will shred through our imps very quickly on that bottom line. But I can also play more imps. For instance, Alchemy. Alchemy. Golden Touch. Cool. 5 Dragon Horde. Now I'm ready to play the Greed Dragon when it turns up. Oh, there it is. Is there a world where I play it on the bottom line? I think so. I need a defender. And then sure, I can still chump the other units in front of it. That's fine. Mm, 35. A Spear Steward will just be 11 more damage to you, whereas Pyre Cask will get you dead. Oh no. Oh no, yes! We're fine! Pyre Gel and then the Emote Tome version of it. Hell yeah. I need Rage Imp on the next floor. Golden Touch again? Dang. So Pyre Starter can kill that entire line. I could also chump with Shield Steward up here, which I think is good. Shield Steward and Guildmonger both die. Miser gets to connect both the tits. Let's get one of their attacking units down. Okay, I only need 2 more Dragon Sword total. Actually, I think those fledgling imps are better served on the next floor. They protect all of the damage, and then they also amp the unit that really needs it. Hell yeah, I'm so glad I finally got multi-imps on this turn. Then I can even sack that multi-imp, summon another multi-imp. Hit them all with the additional rage. Firestarter for the boss. Get rid of the Calcified Ember. I think I'll leave the Vengeful Shard in hand in order to get 3 more Pyogel on the boss. Because, it seems like it might be necessary. Pyoclask, Pyocast, Firestarter, and Woken Railspike literally just for the incant. It doesn't fully slay the Shield Steward immediately. I really want to cast that Alchemy. So, you'll take 62. Which means you'll have, what? 451 HP going up to the top line. You do 22 damage to me. And then you take back 75 plus 45 is 120. So you would need to take 4 instances of that, which means you need to hit me 4 times, which means you kill me. The only thing I can do is hit you with more Pyogel and hope it's enough. It's not gonna be, though. Oh, just enough! Holy crumbs! Higher Jumper, One Horn's Tome, and Impressive. Impressive, certainly good. One Horn's Tome, though, I think is probably where I really need to go with this. Help me project some damage, please. In equivalent exchange, deal damage equal to 25 times your Dragon Sword, then lose 1 Dragon Sword. How dare you? It would be doubled as well. Greed, 20 damage to all units on Slay gain 10. It's not bad, but Fanning the Flame, Explosive. I do like that it's explosive. I do like that it has that Slay trigger. I don't think I would get to trigger it as much as I want. In equivalent exchange. So it's 300 damage at the moment. I think I might be able to utilize that. Ooh, Hidden Coffers. Increase max by 2. Yep. After deployment phase, summon a random unit from your deck on each floor. Sure. That could screw me, but I'm gonna let it try. Right, left. Soul Smelter. Siphon, gain a soul. Celebrate, gain 1 Dragon Horde for each soul. I just need power. I don't need more greed right now. I need power. Spell Sanctum. We don't have enough spells on floors consistently that we want to play them on for Spell Sanctum to be relevant to us. Sacrificial Chamber, gain 10 gold when a unit dies. I'm gonna full roll here. Void Armament. I'm gonna take Void Armament. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use it appropriately, unfortunately. Fine, tip of my cards. 1. After using an ability, friendly units gain 5 additional. I really wish that that counted all abilities, like Resolve, Trigger, etc. Extinguish, Summon, Trigger. But no, it's only referring to abilities. Train Stewards gain the Boom ability. I mean, neither of these are great. I'll take Spirit Breaker's Charge because you can theoretically do something. I don't need a second copy of Alchemy in this deck. Realistically, I don't. But if I want to play in equivalent exchange constantly, maybe I do. Let's get a second copy of the Alchemy, so that I can try and spend Dragon Horde in the middle of the fight. It's still okay. Shield Sewers and Spear Sewers, certainly. The deadest draws for us at the moment. If I scrape through a fight just by my... just with the stewards, it's not gonna be good. It will have been a bad thing that happened. Draw one this card each turn. 150 golds. That's a lot less opportunity to get rid of the Malevolent Hunter. I'm not going to do that. Especially because of how weak I am at the moment. So... Shardtail Queen. I'm going to put Guildmonger on this floor, then Magma Cultist Miser on the next. I'll chump block for Magma Culture and Miser if I need to. Guildmonger is now my chump block on this floor. Oh, nice. Just summon some additional imps for us. Titan Skin 5, how dare you. Can't kill that Malevolent Hunter, unfortunately. I could Golden Touch the Harper's Protector in the backline 3 times. Actually, I should do that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Take 1 damage to Vengeful Shard, unfortunately. There's 20% of my remaining health that I had to take in damage there. Damn. I'm gonna have to go past this Greed Dragon cycle without playing it. Higher Cask on the back line and on the front line, and then I'm gonna Firestarter to take out the back line. These Malevolent Hunters are gonna go straight to the top. Should I sack my Molting Imp just so that I can play a Shield Steward here, I think? There's an argument like Greed Dragon now goes on the second floor. It's only getting 50-50. If I wait for the next cycle, if I can wait for the next cycle, it becomes huge. In which case, this could be my floor that competes for the win. The bottom floor is not going to be the floor that competes for the win. If this doesn't grow large enough, I think I just lose to the boss anyway, so I kind of need to push it. Even if pushing it ends up killing me. Oh, cool. Well, the cost of the Awoken Railspike and the Pyroclasm. I definitely need to save the Miser, otherwise I'm going to lose the floor anyway. I could spend both of my rounds just throwing Firestarter at a Harpist. Doesn't really change the outcome, unfortunately. I can go Pyrecast on Fallen Executioner, then hit you with Firestarter. That won't really change it either. Okay, I think Great Dragon's gonna have to be played on the bottom line in the next couple of rounds. I still do think I need to find a way to save this middle line, which is really frustrating because I don't think I actually can. Fledgling Imp can go in front, but then it would take an entire turn, like literally double Pyre Cask and then Fire Starter to take out the Fallen Executioner before its turn, which then means the other Fallen Executioner gets to attack, and it would attack an empty line because I've used all of my energy. That Malevolent Hunter gets to go to the top line this round as well. Oh boy. I feel like I'm dead next turn. Pretty much no matter what I end up doing this turn. Actually, hang on, there might be a way to kill. If I Pyre Cask you, sets up the backliner with enough damage to die to the fire. And then sure, I can summon Fledgling Imp, but it doesn't really change anything about the line. Glad to have an equivalent exchange here, which admittedly is going to save us from... yeah, save us. Alright, I need to draw Greed Dragon right now. I did not draw Greed Dragon right now. Well, let's see if I can even try and contest anything. Yeah, I'm not even going to be able to take out that Fallen Executioner before he gets to the top line, which is going to be the end of me. Damn. Yeah, the main problem here was no consistency of damage being generated on the board. Our only damage scaling was from Pyre Gel, which is not enough. Seraph Eternus, Chosen of Savagery. Double Divinity in the base deck. Double Restoration, Detonation, double Animus of Speed. It's not enough for as late as I was in the run. I was still looking to find my damage after that point. Too late. We've got Fel as our start, and we've got Sentient as the follow. Seraph Eternus, Chosen of Savagery means I'm going to have to watch out for the Rage Wings, and Harla Pact here, which I will always forget about. Fel, is there one of your lines that I've just not used at all? Because I'll take it if it's often. Savior. Alright. Give me the Savior line. This gives you the ability Savior, which advances you. You gain Valor 5, and then you gain armor equal to 1 times your Valor. Oh, wow. Captain's Halo and Celestial Cascade. At the start of the turn, friendly units gain 2 Valor if they're at the front of the room, or when a friendly unit gains Valor, it gains an additional stack. 2 Valor at the front of the room is really good. So is gain Valor, gain an additional stack. I would love to have both of these. I'm going to take Captain's Halo. Animus of Speed does some good damage. Alright. We set up Savior. We gave you a bunch of Valor, and then we used Savior. And now you've got 11 Valor, and that's enough for you and the Animus of Speed to kill the Fallen Champion. Nice. We're not gonna have to worry about damage as much as we were previously. Yay! I mean, I do want to summon Spear Steward, but the real thing is just drop Divinity on Fel. We're not going to need more than that. Whole lot of armor when you do your Valor stuff, buddy. Cleave. Deal damage to enemy units equal to the damage of the front friendly unit is pretty wild when you have Valor already stacked on those units. Steel Enhancer just for 4/4. I always like Steel Enhancer. Merchant of Steel, Merchant of Magic. I do care about Merchants of Steel. Merchants of Steel with an Awoken. Yeah, I'm looking for an Awoken frontline unit for a 2nd floor. Oh, I was about to say quick. Yeah, I could put that on my Animus of Speed. The one that's already quick? Yeah, maybe not. Awoken Hollow, though. Summon, gain 60 max health, and a Rejuvenate, Cultivate 3. That's going to be a good target for all of my Restores and Restoration detonations. I can give it 10 health and Spikes 3. I can also give it 8 Valor to be summoned with. Realistically, like, it's just Titanite. That's the only other upgrade I really care about on Hollow. I'm just going to give you base upgrades here. Just get some spikes and Valor and some additional HP. I could large stone an Animus of Speed and put it behind the Fel, but realistically, I think Fel is going to want a banished unit that's also benefiting from dancing, and then to dance with them on the same floor. So that means the Animus of Speed rather, wants to go on the same floor as the Awoken Hollow. Later. Not necessarily now, but later. Although I could start now. Big old restoration detonation. That's enough to get them all down. Sure, I'll save the one energy, one Fireheart, rather. You gain Valor when I use your ability, so I should have used your ability on the first turn. Love having a restoration detonation there, just do huge damage. Having one regen on Awoken Hollow each turn is really good because it means that the Restore triggers both a heal from Restore, and then at the end of the turn, it triggers 1 regen, so it's 2 Cultivate triggers for the cost of 1 card. Can't hardly be mad about that bottom line. Works out pretty well. Second copy of Cleave. We have 2 copies of Divinity in the base deck. As much as Challenge is situationally useful, being able to project your damage to the back line is basically as useful. Razor Sharp Edge, Wildwood Sap, Steel Enhancer. Wildwood Sap, literally just to throw on the Woken Hollow so that it has regen for 5 turns. That's 1 card that gives 5 regen Cultivate triggers. Ooh, Spell Chain Holdover. Hello. I'm not going to say I'm happy about this. Because I'm not. Firebrand, you could lead your own 3rd line. I'm not against that. It's just you aren't going to go behind Fell. You have revenge triggers to trigger. Holdover on one of the cleaves is happening. And Spell Chain on the Steel Enhancer, I imagine. I could hold over Spell Chain Steel Enhancer, but realistically, that's 8/8 a turn. At the cost of a single card, that's 8/8 a turn to a single unit, as well as 2 incant triggers if that's relevant at the time, but 8/8 is not always. It's something certainly you want in the deck, though. I will take this opportunity to reroll and then lower the cost of the cleave without making it explode. Also, Restoration Detonation, giving you 10 additional healing is also 50 additional damage to the enemies a lot of the time. Kwilling Catcher this early. There's also Nim's Oath and Wolo's Bloodletter. Kwilling Catcher is at the end of the battle, end of the entire battle, gain 100 coin. Nim's Oath, at the start of turn, apply Dazed 1 to a random enemy unit on a random floor. And Wolo's Bloodletter, friendly units gain 12 damage, but deal 1 damage to friendly units each turn. I love the idea of getting Wolo's Bloodletter in a situation where it's actually really good for us. Right now, it triggers the revenge of Firebrand once each turn. That's fine, but it's not as much as getting 100 gold after every battle. That's just like a trial that's turned on that by default you have succeeded. It's nice to have this kind of night and day run. Night and day in comparison to the other one, that is. I do just want to start stacking cores. I think that's probably more important than getting a Spear Steward out of it, honestly. Hmm, 10 Divinity is a huge hit. Am I okay with taking 2 Vengeful Shards for it? No. Especially because if I play a Vengeful Shard and a Restore and a Just Cause this turn, I trigger Heart of the Pack, so I also get additional draw next turn. So it pays off. Big ol' Resto Dead over the bottom line. That's 125 damage. Hell yeah. I do need to start my cleave holdover. Unfortunately, it doesn't really accomplish anything for us on that line. Restoration Detonation is good for the top line, but it's also good for the bottom line. It's actually not even necessary for the bottom line. I can use the cleave holdover for that. There we go. As much as I want to get rid of the Calcified Ember, is it a good choice? I am really powerful. It's probably a good choice right now, yeah. I'm clearing the bottom waves without a difficulty at all. And in fact, we'll be killing this boss. So yeah, definitely worth it. Bloodsoaked Arena, friendly units gain Valor 6 on Slay. I don't slay that many units on the bottom line, but it is worth noting that Awoken Hollow is gonna slay courtesy of spikes occasionally, and Animus of Will is gonna slay every so often, so like it could be some good Valor for that bottom line. Channel Song, 2020 additional health to a unit, health and damage rather to a unit, lower its cost to 0. Unleash the Wildwoods, restore friendly units to full health. If I didn't have 2 copies of Restoration Detonation in the base deck, maybe. But I will take Bloodsoaked Arena, I think it might help. So, Shattered Shell is a really good choice, except that the Awoken Hollow is currently performing its AoE functions, and so is the Cleave holdover. Battle Dancer on Shift gain Valor 3, I think is exactly the unit I'm looking for dancing with Fel. So that means bottom line, Awoken Hollow with the Animus, midline Fel with the Battle Dancer, top line Firebrand with TBD behind them. It's going to be energy and draw here. I'll take energy first, so that I can get my divinities out without complication. Merchant of Steel seems like a huge hit here. Dualism. I mean, Dualism Battle Dancer is always ridiculous. I could one-size a unit, but I don't think I really benefit from that right now. 14 additional damage on Animus of Will. Speed. I will give it. Titanite on Firebrand, of course. Uh-huh. 20 additional health on Firebrand, too? Yeah, I think so. Meat Shield. Resolve, restore 10 health. Incredible piece of equipment for a Awoken Hollow and Firebrand apiece. Savior 2. Cooldown 3, advance, gain Valor 15. So it's just 10 more Valor you gain. Ooh, drawing one less without a draw relic is certainly a little boy. Woof. I suppose I want Firebrand on this floor and then Fel and Battle Dancer on the top. Let's go. I think I can hold off on playing Divinity this turn and get more value. So Spear Steward this line. We Savior. Then Just Cause. Getting armor on both of the units as well. Double Steel enhance you as well. We also get to trigger Heart of the Pact, draw an additional card next turn. Fortunately, the Penance is managing to ascend. Thankfully, I will be able to stop it every round from here on out, with the Cleave at least. You're kidding me. We don't do enough damage with the top line one there. Oh, but I want to kill both of these Profane Supplicants, but more than that, I want the Collector on the top line. So, screw you, I will take the Collector. I'll just have to deal with those Supplicants and their curses. There we go. We managed to leave only one of them alive while getting all the additional money I wanted. All good. You've got more floors of hell to ascend through. Welcome, Corin, to your funeral. Hey, it actually worked out better that we did that as well, because I got to burn the other calcified ember out of the deck in the time. Friendly units advance on strike. Just throw that on the fell line on the top. I kind of want to. Is it good? I don't know. Sometimes it seems really bad, though. Fire shards. Consume. Apply 10 spikes to a unit. I think 10 more spikes for the Awoken Hollow on the bottom line, just so that I can instantly cripple... what do you call them? Pretty much any Scourge Giver. Seems like a good idea. Armory, Horde, Merchant of... It's not too many unit upgrades I really need at the moment. Awoken Banner for someone who does damage to stand behind Firebrand would be great. Spikes deal an additional damage per stack, hell yeah. That's a lot. Lost luggage. Also draws additional cards, worth it. Yeah, this is pretty much my last opportunity to get an additional unit. All right. I can't have friendly units gain stealth on summon, response, otherwise, on slay rather, otherwise the Awoken Hollow is gonna get invisible and reveal the unit behind damage. Ability Evergrowth given to a unit. That ability just being every turn, apply Regen 3 and Sap 3. Now, if it wasn't for the fact that I want to be able to use Cleave on the bottom line, Regen 3, Sap 3 would make some sense there. Unnamed Tome certainly has a lot of value in being able to prevent bosses from doing some of their worst stuff. That said, Umbra Stone is also the ability for Fell and even Animus of Speed, if it ends up getting enough damage, to be able to seriously pump out damage. Seriously pump out some range. Front non-boss enemy in each wave gains Reanimate 1. Big explosion. I'm going to take 1 fire damage in order to get Battle Dancer to the front so that it picks up at 16 armor. Good old big cleave for the bottom line. Suppose Steel Enhancer should probably hit Husk Hermit a couple of times so that it's not a trivial amount of damage. I will do big Restoration Detonation and Fire Shards. And Meat Shields. No. Maybe not Pyre Shards. Yeah, we already do enough damage with the spikes without the Petrified Crucible. I'm just going to constantly flip back and forth between saying it correctly and not. We've got the Just Cause for the top line for some additional push there. Oh no, I wanted to use the Just Cause on the bottom line to reveal the Collector. That was going to be the final play. Yeah, I don't want to miss out on that damage. Hit. Attack. 15 Valor. You'll have enough damage to kill then. Which means that Battle Dancer won't move, but you've still moved this turn, which is good. I don't really need that cleave each turn right now. Oh, wow. Koto is almost dead on the bottom line there. And, oh, the additional Fire Shards wasn't enough? Really? I'm actually really surprised by that. Oh, never mind. 2 more Rejuvenate triggers got us there. Got him! 5 health remaining, and 2 more floors ready to Ready to fight to the death as well. Punk Shredder, Enchanted Floor with Trample. That's not bad on Firebrand Husk Hermit's floor because they have one size remaining, and the Husk Hermit getting Trample means that it can do some pretty stupid stuff. And the Firebrand could theoretically end up getting a decent amount of damage. It's also Benediction, apply Valor 2 into damage heal 1 to friendly units. This is nicer for trying to defend on like turn 1 if I desperately need to against a against the double melee weakness and strike from the boss. Granted, I do think I'm going to be able to support defending against that on pretty much every line except for Battle Dancer. Battle Dancer is going to need some help. Wow, Wildwood Custodian, draw an additional card each turn. I do like that a lot. Maybe with Lost Luggage, Wildwood Custodian. Maybe I can go double energy here. Because I can put the Wildwood Custodian just, you know, next to Fell and Battle Dancer. I do like the idea of the Merchant of Arms. I want weapons for my characters, and I also really want to get Blood-Soaked Arena deployable. Oh. Here's, I'll take Bloodthirsty Blade. That one's gonna go on Husk Hermit, and it'll be really good after it's done just one or two things. Upgrade Blood-Soaked Arenas, deployable, Hall of Mirrors. I don't have any reason to entertain that here. It's good, of course. I love it a lot. I don't know why I feel defensive about this. It's really, really good. I'm just not going to use it in this run. Cursed Twinblade, multi-strike as well as additional strike. Love that. And Glass Cannon. Combine Cursed Twinblade and Bloodthirsty Blade, I think. That equipment's gonna grow so much faster like that. I do still have Stewards. I don't think Stewards Quarters still makes sense, though. I could put Fight Club on the middle line. It buffs the Husk Hermit. Fine. I often end a run without having a single equipment or a single room in the entire deck. What if I took advantage of them instead of spurning them instantly? That's, I guess, the question I'm asking myself this run. Definitely got to get the Custodian up there. Let's get Awoken Hollow over 30 health so that it can kill cherubs with a cleave. There it goes, killing a cherub with a cleave. I can't play Punk Shredder on the mid line because the Blightbound Guardian will kill it right now. I do think Trample on the Husk Hermit is going to be appropriate later. Stop eating it. Stop eating it. Fight Club, now you've got some damage on that line. Oh my god, what is happening to the top? Oh my god, you're kidding me. I can get you down, but it costs literally my whole top line. Whoa! I was not trying to do that. What? I was trying to undo the turn, but I guess let's see what'll happen. You've got too many spikes, buddy. Denton with a big restoration detonation. And again. If this can't do it, I will fix the positioning for that top line. Damn. I suspect it's unlikely to be able to do it. Yeah, it's not going to get close. I could play Firebrand on top and then put the Battle Dancer Fell middle instead. Use the ability to cut down units before they get too big. But also giving us the ability to put armor on the Battle Dancer here on turn 1. Also just gonna just cause the Nourishing Cherub to the front line. I think any of those decisions that I just made would have changed this from a loss to a win, but I made all of them at the same time. So now we're gonna lose! Yeah. Yeah, the first destructive Lightbound Guardian would have already escaped by now. Oh, hang on. Fight Club goes on the top line for buffing the damage of the Shattered Shell. I want to be able to play those Just Causes as well, but it's hard to justify when the bottom line desperately needs the health. Defend him! These Restoration Detonation draws recently have been pretty good. And you can full survive at the end of this turn, actually. Oh, no! Right, they're attacking and moving forward, so I have to make sure that the last unit to attack is the Battle Dancer so that it does get back to the front line, and then it'll heal up. Good to see a nice little dance on that line. Alright, all's well and good now. I will keep 3 more turns of regen as well. It's just more cultivate triggers stacked up. Welcome to line number 2. How may I slay you today? Get him. Permanent +1 on that piece of equipment. We got exactly 1 the whole battle. Adapted mutation. Restore a friendly unit to full health and then swap its attack and health. For units that have Valor, that's a lot of their damage. There's also an Awoken Rail Spike, but like... Adaptive mutation is really cool here. I want to make Meat Shield deployable as well. Swiss Steel Dagger. Oh no, I can't combine that with equipment I already have. Oh no. Swift Style Dagger on Fel gives Fel the ability to move forward or ahead of Imprisoned Zephyr. And then Battle Dancer moves forward afterwards. So it's 2 movements in the round, as long as one of them is quick. I mean, it's 0 cost. As soon as I draw into it, we're fine. And we often draw it on the first turn. Meat Shield for the 10 health a turn on the bottom line is really important. It's a lot of my defensive strategy. Overgrowth Carapace. No one's been mini-stoned, so I can't put that on anymore. Second copy of this piece of merged equipment wouldn't actually be awful. There's a lot of characters who would love to use that, and I just got a lot of energy. Savior 3. Ooh, that's great. Savior 3. Advance, gain Valor 15. Friendly units gain armor equal to 1 times Fel's Valor. And a compressed stone spawn on each floor. Animus of Will get fully healed by Awoken Hollow outside of range of that being a problem. Battle Dancer and Fel will do similar to one another. Yeah. That's takeable. Ooh, we got both of the merged equipments on turn 1. You'll need 13 health. That's enough. So I can get a merged equipment out on the fields. As long as I don't put it on the Animus of Will, of course. Alternatively, I could go Wildwood Custodian, Punk Shredder. Not Punk Shredder, obviously. It would die. Wildwood Custodian, double Just Cause for the top line, something like that. Cleave. It didn't give me a cleave. How dare you? Okay, these Ragewing Assassins are going to kill the Animus of Speed, and there's nothing I can do about that. Wow. Oh, man. We're just going to be leaking 500 health units to the top line constantly. We have no damage scaling. What the hell? Yeah, it's not the Penitent Breaststones that really did this, though obviously having an Animus' speed still alive would be nice. It would still be threatened consistently by the Ragewing Assassins. At least until I drew my cleave, which unfortunately was pretty close to the bottom of the deck, unfortunately. I can start trying to square away your health, but we're pretty close to leaking 2 500s to the top at the same time. Yeah, without already having imprisoned Zephyr out, and we are so far from it. God. I was clearly very overconfident here. I was so certain we were doing much better than this. Our bottom line is comfortable doing that by itself. Midline, realistically, I think it's this equipment, we didn't give it enough time to take off, and then also didn't play it fast enough, and then also should have removed like 5 cards from the deck in the last area. Actually, removing those 5 cards from the deck in the last area I think would have completely changed the outcome here. Oh, we've been banished right after we awoken. Let's check in with the barracks and see what they have to say about it.
Look, this one. Tiny wings. All I need to do is sneeze. Then they go bye-bye.
Hey, these guys are just starting to grow in. What do you mean my tiny wings? Look at yours.
Hey, dragon wings are always bigger and stronger. Even a little whelp like me.
Did someone call for a wing contest?
No fair. Your wing is big and made of stuff. My wing's only made of meat.
That's right. These bad boys can fold, shield, and slice if need be. But you know what? It's not about size. It's about style!
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yes. Quite a pair of wings you've got there, Host Guard. Strong, sturdy, and with just the right amount of shine. Lady Gilda, it's really you.
Thank you, Lady Gilda. I, do my best to keep them in good shape.
No speak to Lady Gilda. She likes dragon wings, not fake angel wings. Oh, hush, little whelp. There's more to wings than just material. I'm sure Hostgard here knows how to use his quite well.
I do try. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some patrols to do.
You there, little angel. Tell the Host Guard I'll keep an eye out for him on his next patrol.
Yes, ma'am. I'll go tell him right away.
Lady Gilda, you like my wings too, right? Yes, I do, little one. Of course I do.
Hostgard had the being hit on by a cougar at work energy. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the Game Pass, present future YouTube recommendation. Down below, streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And above the thank you and a special thanks this episode to Matthew. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.